Go.
This is an oral case study on Miss Heidi Rosen. Heidi Rosen is a venture capitalist at SoftBank Venture Capital, a former entrepreneur who has mastered the art of successful and effective networking. The strengths of her network can be seen across the different stages of her career. At Tandem, through a friend at the company, Ms. Rosen was able to position herself above 60 other applicants for a position by speaking with the woman in charge of hiring. This first experience with networking proved to be a successful one for her. She volunteered to become the editor of the company's newsletter, and in doing so, she sat in on top management meetings where important strategic topics were discussed. Not only did she position herself to be able to interact with the CEO, but she also became the main vehicle that he used to communicate with his employees. Using this relationship she built with Tandem CEO, she asked him to write a recommendation letter for her when she decided to apply to Stanford's Graduate School of Business. With a friend at Stanford and her brother, she co-founded TableMaker. Here, she leveraged her outgoing personality with the press to have the TableMaker product economically tested, reviewed, and thus advertised. She joined the board of the Software Publishers Association and later was elected president, where she met and befriended peers and contributors who later on would go on to become captains of industry. In 1986, she sold personal publisher product to the Software Publishers Association. And in 1994, she sold TableMaker to Deluxe Corporation. However, she did remain as CEO of that subsidiary until 1996. Later that year, Ms. Rosen left the Deluxe Corporation to go to Apple as VP of Worldwide Developer Relations. Using her previous experience, she was able to build on and solidify her existing network, strengthening the importance of consistency and performance as she built her network. Ms. Rosen was the salve to the once bitter relationship between Microsoft Corporation and Apple. Robert Cialdini also sees the value of consistency, as he lists it as one of the fundamental principles of persuasion. Throughout her career, Ms. Rosen continually showed her commitment to demonstrating what she was capable of and consistently delivering on her promises. On the topic, she said, "It is important that people understand how you are going to respond with some consistency. If a relationship is built on performance and consistency, you can actually get by with fewer interactions and still maintain a very good relationship." Due to the pace and issues, technical and political, she left Apple in 1997 and was recruited by Vincent Pluvinage, CEO of Preview Systems, to serve on the board of his company as a mentor capitalist. Using her skills and networking capabilities, she was able to successfully help startup companies manage through their inventory and beginning stages. The principle of authority highlights the reason why Pluvinage sought her out. He said, "She brought substantive expertise to the company and was extremely smart." He followed with, "Part of Heidi's skill is that she truly understands the meaning and value of a win-win relationship. Not only is she an efficient communicator, but she is astute at making sure the business match is a good fit." Rosen is, in Adam Grant's employee classification system, a giver. She gives help, provides mentoring, makes connections, and acts in the interest of others. As one virtual CEO of Silicon Valley commented, "Heidi's business is networking. She is very effective and uses her network to add real value." Like Paul Revere, she is an information broker. She knows not only how to connect people with other like-minded people, she knows how to do this effectively. In doing so, she has access to what Uzi et al. Says is a diverse skill set. It is this access that led the executive managing director of SoftBank Venture Capital to recruit her. He quipped, "We needed someone who was pretty sophisticated at dealing with executives. And Heidi has a proven track record, of being able to do that well. From brokering the relationship between Microsoft and Apple to mentoring startup companies, Ms. Roizen influenced those around her with, as what Grant touched on, prestige. She used the admiration earned from her work experience and networking to help companies SoftBank were already invested in. From incorporating the principle of liking and reciprocity, Ms. Roizen would hold parties at home where she cooked simple meals and encouraged guests to bring a dish so that there was a comfortable, homey feel to the events. Each person invited should know half of the other people invited to avoid the network from becoming too inbred. This created a sense of familiarity and allowed the guests to have genuine interactions with each other. Through her parties, not only was she able to maintain and grow her network, but it allowed those she liked and respected to do the same. As demands on her time at SoftBank increased, she strategically morphed into adapting a network constellation approach. As such, she maintained close contact with the nuclei of other networks without having to be in close contact with each person. This approach allowed her to both manage and maintain the breadth of her network. Through consistently adhering to her tenets of respect, reciprocity, consistency, and networking, Ms. Heidi Roizen became and continues to be an extremely competent businesswoman. And in keeping with her history, I have a feeling the best is yet to come. Thank you.